You know what nobody tells you about a breakthrough? It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't send a warning. It doesn't wait until you feel ready. Most people miss the signs that God is moving because they're too busy staring at what's still broken to notice what's already shifting underneath them. The season you're in right now, the waiting, the confusion, the silence, it's not empty. It's pregnant. Something is forming in the dark that you cannot see yet. But here's the good news. God doesn't move without leaving evidence. So today, I'm going to walk you through 7 signs. Sign number 1. Your current situation feels unbearably tight. Not familiar, uncomfortable, suffocating. Like the walls of your job, your relationship, your circumstances have closed in. That tightness is not a sign that you're stuck forever. It's labor. The pain doesn't get lighter right before the baby comes. It gets heavier. It intensifies right before the release. That's evidence that you are closer to delivery than you have ever been. The enemy wants you to interpret the pressure as punishment. Pressure is what turns coal into diamonds and grapes into wine. What feels like it's crushing you is actually shaping you. Sign number 2. People are leaving your life, and you don't fully understand why. Maybe a friendship went cold without explanation. Maybe a relationship that felt permanent suddenly ended, and it hurts. I know it hurts. God will never promote you into a new season while carrying the wrong people from the old one. He is clearing the room for who and what is coming next. Some doors close, so a bigger one can open. Let them close. Sign number 3. You're suddenly restless in a place that used to feel comfortable. The job that used to satisfy you now feels small. Something inside you keeps whispering, "This isn't it anymore." That restlessness is not confusion. That restlessness is a compass. God plants a holy discontent inside you right before a transition. Comfort keeps you planted. Discontent gets you walking. When Moses was tending sheep in Midian, that life was safe. God allowed a fire to catch his attention. If you're feeling that same fire, pay attention. That's not dissatisfaction. That's direction. Sign number 4. Old dreams you buried are resurfacing. The calling you silenced because life got hard. The vision you shelved because nobody believed in it. You find yourself thinking about it again, dreaming about it again. That is not a coincidence, and it's definitely not torment. God doesn't resurrect dead dreams to mock you. He resurrects them because the season for them has finally arrived. Joseph had a dream at 17 years old that seemed impossible. The dream wasn't dead. It was dormant. Sign number 5. You're being tested in the exact area you're about to be promoted in. Right before breakthrough, life doesn't get easier, it gets specific. If you're praying for peace, you'll suddenly face situations designed to make you anxious. That's not God being cruel. That's God confirming the promotion before he releases it. So he tests the exact muscle he's about to strengthen. David was anointed king as a teenager. He spent years running from Saul, sleeping in caves. The test isn't a detour from your calling. The test is the training ground for it. Sign number 6. You feel a shift in your spirit before you see a shift in your circumstances. Your outward situation hasn't changed one bit. But something inside you has changed. There's a peace where there used to be panic. You find yourself thanking God in advance for something you haven't seen yet. That internal shift is not wishful thinking. It's spiritual discernment. Faith always moves in the spirit before it manifests in the physical. Elijah heard the sound of abundant rain before a single cloud appeared in the sky. If your spirit feels lighter, even though nothing visible has changed, trust that. It means the shift has already begun where it matters most. Sign number 7, and this is the one most people completely miss. You're finally at peace with the waiting. Not resigned, not numb, at peace. There's a difference between giving up and surrendering. Giving up says, "This is never going to happen, so I'll stop hoping." Surrender says, "I don't know when this is going to happen, but I trust the one who does." When you stop white-knuckling your timeline, when you finally exhale and say, "Your will, your way, your timing," That surrender is usually the last thing that happens right before the breakthrough. The moment your grip loosens is often the exact moment his hand moves. So let's bring this together. Pressure that feels unbearable, people quietly leaving, restlessness in familiar places, old dreams resurfacing, tests in the exact area of your promotion, a shift in your spirit before your circumstances, and peace that finally replaces panic. If you are experiencing even 3 or 4 of these right now, I need you to hear me clearly. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are standing at the edge of a season. It's the evidence of it. Every season change in Scripture had a waiting room attached to it. Joseph waited in a pit in a prison before he stood in a palace. Moses waited 40 years in a wilderness before he stood in front of Pharaoh. David waited years in caves before he sat on a throne. Not one of them saw the whole picture while they were in the waiting room. Every single one of them looked back afterward and realized every sign was there the entire time. You are not behind. You are being positioned. The tightness you feel, the people who are leaving, the restlessness, the resurrected dreams, the tests, the internal shift, the unexpected peace. Write them down if you have to. Because one day soon, you're going to look back at this exact moment and realize this was the turning point. This was the door creaking open before you ever saw the light on the other side. If this spoke to you, comment, "I see the signs right now." Make it your declaration that you're not missing what God is doing in this season. Subscribe to Holy Purpose for more truth that will carry your faith through every transition. Share this with someone who needs to know their next season is closer than they think. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. Your season is turning, and when it does, it's going to be undeniable. The best years of your life are not behind you.